This story was very heartbreaking. I was able to find the correct picture of this baby because the initial pictures that were out there were not correct. But we're getting ready to talk about this individual, and boy, do I have a lot to say in a short amount of time. We'll keep this brief, and thank you to those who were able to help me with some of the information that I was missing. Let me give you a disclaimer, and then we'll go from there. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. We're getting this story from WOODTV.com, so thank you for the article. Grand Rapids, Michigan. Y'all are taking the L for this story. A lot to talk about. Let me skip that. We'll get back to that. Investigators say that a mother has been arrested and charged with killing her 18-month-old daughter in a horrific case of child abuse. The Grand Rapids Police Department said it was called on August 22nd, which, depending on when you're watching this, was about a week ago, for a woman who said that her child had died at an apartment complex on Eastern Avenue, south of Wealthy Street Southeast. Damn, that was complex. The call came in about 5:20 p.m. according to the probable cause affidavit. First responders say that they could not save the child, identified in court documents as 18-month-old Sky Swope, or Swope. I think it's Swope. Sky Swope, which is... We're going to talk about them pictures here in a second. We get the baby back up here. Right here. I think it's either Ski, but I think that's Sky, S-K-I-I, Sky Swope, S-W-O-P-E. So with that O being in the middle, it's a singular O instead of two O's. With that P following the vowel, I think you pronounce that as long O instead of short. So I think it's Swope. Shout out to my mother for being a teacher. First responders say that they could not save the child. According to the affidavit, Sky appeared to be very malnourished with sunken eyes and visible bones. So that sounds like starving. She also had deep wounds that her mother attributed to diaper rash. First responders also saw that Sky's twin brother appeared to be lethargic, and he was taken to the hospital, court documents say. The boy remains in critical condition. It's a scene that Grand Rapids Police Chief Eric Winstrom's described as horrific. Top 3 most horrific things I've ever seen in my life, he said. The pictures of this baby and the child abuse to this child is probably the worst images that I've seen in years, and if not, it's going to be difficult to get out of my brain. If not ever, and it's going to be difficult to get out of my brain. An 8-year-old also lived in the home. Police said that the child was taken into Child Protective Services custody due to the conditions of the house, which you guys can see the pictures of. And we'll talk about it a little more in detail here in just a second. An autopsy by Kent County Medical Examiner ruled the girl's death a homicide, the release says. The examiner determined that she died of starvation and malnutrition. The probable cause affidavit says listing Sky's weight as 13 pounds. That is literally, 13 pounds is literally just above birthing weight. Most children are usually born between the weight range of 6 to 9 pounds. This child was 13 pounds at 18 months, which is unusual. He explained that this would be an intentional act not to feed a child to this extent, and that Sky was also extremely dehydrated. Winstrom told News 8 that the child was living in deplorable conditions, and y'all can, matter of fact, let me see. I'm gonna just make that bigger on my screen so y'all can. I'll make it bigger here in a moment. We'll go through the pictures here in a moment. So deplorable conditions and was extremely malnourished. Sores extensively on her body, exposed ribs, just absolutely horrific scene in the house with feces from animals. He said live bed bugs, just the worst conditions possible. And we're talking about this woman on my screen with a head that looks like a plant. She looks like a chia. She looks like a chia plant. And you would have to think that her to get her hair done like that and have tattoos all over her face and neck, guess what? While y'all are talking about how hard it is to raise kids, how expensive kids are, but you got money to go do and pay for stupid shit like that. Living like this is a choice. Being filthy and nasty and disgusting ain't got nothing to do with about how much money you got. It is a choice. And matter of fact, she actually had people trying to help her. She just didn't give a damn. We'll get to that here in a moment. Police said that the mother, 24-year-old Brooklyn Davis, Brooke, Brooklyne, Brooklyn Davis, 24 years old, was arrested Monday on felony murder and first-degree child abuse charges. I'm pretty sure they'll be able to get her for both. She was arraigned Wednesday and was denied bond. Given the information provided by court services regarding out-of-town families, allegations of maybe leaving the state raises concerns concerning flight risk, 61st District Court Judge Michael Distel said. Most importantly, though is the severity of the crime. This court takes the severity of what is being alleged today as a significant determination for bond. Again, bond can always be revisited, but at this point, I'm going to deny bail or bond. Yeah, okay, that's correct. Davis was the only caretaker of the 3 children, court documents show. Can we get a hashtag babies for benefits, which is an AFC hashtag? She didn't let these kids, didn't give a damn about them, was collecting benefits. Probably wouldn't have been able to live in this house because she's a lazy bitch. And was only able to get all the stuff that she got off the backs of those kids. That's what we call hashtag babies for benefits. Davis was the only caretaker. Investigators say that they found signs of abuse and extreme neglect. According to the probable cause affidavit, the home was infested with lice and bed bugs, and the children slept on a single soiled mattress. Let me just show y'all. And shout out to the people who were able to get me these pictures. These are the only pictures that I was able to get. Let me see if I can crop the top of this just a little bit, make it a little bit bigger. So y'all can see the single soiled mattress on the freaking floor. And it looks like dog shit on the floor also. And these are people creating children with no plan for how to raise them or why you even are having them when you don't have to have them, when there's this thing called abstinence, when there's this thing called condoms, which is this thing called Plan B, which is this thing called contraceptive, which is this thing called NuvaRing, which is all of these contraceptives, which is this thing called abortion, which is this thing called safe haven, which is this thing called relinquishing custody to the father. And you still kill them. Hope y'all get where I'm coming from. Want y'all to look at this nasty, filthy fucking tub. I don't even want to imagine what that must smell like. Or how long that's been sitting there like that. I was very blessed, very thankful that I had someone, now I'm going to keep them anonymous. I had a source who helped provide me these pictures. Actually, a couple of sources. But I'm going to keep them anonymous. All right? Let me go to probably one of the nastier pictures. This is how these people live, and these men are still fucking broads like this. Still choosing to have sex with broads like this. Piss that's been in that toilet for God knows how long. Disgusting. And I'm pretty sure those pictures are going to come up in court, but y'all get to see it from me first. Look at this bathroom. Y'all can zoom in and screenshot it. Just if you take any of my pictures that I provided, just make sure you give the AFC podcast credit, and I'll be okay with that. Let's take a look at this. When I say that this woman had help, yeah, we'll skip some of this. Let's talk about this part. Somebody left a note, and y'all can read this, and it says, and I quote, "Brooke, please don't shut me out." I can't see the name in the middle. It says, "Call me. I am here for you and the kids always." I believe that's what that says. I can't see the name, but we're not going to even worry about the name. Somebody knew that there was trouble, and they tried to help her, and she denied them help because she wanted to kill these kids. The affidavit says the apartment had a strong odor and was home to an emaciated dog, which would go to the bathroom inside and did not have food or water. Davis told investigators she fed the twins chicken nuggets, pancakes, French toast sticks, water, and protein shakes, which she purchased when she noticed they were losing weight, court documents say. She never contacted a doctor, according to a probable cause affidavit. Davis said she would often put the children to bed and not change or feed them until 14 hours had passed. Yeah, it did look like Petra. That's what it looked like to me, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know about that name. 14 hours passed. On this occasion, she says she put the twins to bed around 8 p.m. the night before and did not check on them until around 10 a.m. on August 22nd, according to the affidavit. Davis told investigators that Sky appeared to be sleeping still, so she did not check on her, not wanting to wake her up. Brooklyn did not check on Sky again until around 3 p.m. or 3:30 that day, almost another 5 to 5.5 hours. I don't know what kind of dumb you gotta be. At this time, Sky was deceased, and Brooklyn described her as dead weight and cold to the touch. Davis' probable cause hearing is set for September. So they give a lot of statistics. We don't need these stats. Let me give you guys the fair usage, and then we'll go from there. Here we go. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Man, y'all pray for America, man. We are in such a hard time going forward. Pray for our children because their future looks so bleak. I know that there's always going to be the silver lining that we're going to have children that are going to grow up and become something great. But this type of thing needs to stop happening. There's just no reason for this to happen because people are choosing to do this to kids. Hit that thumbs up, leave a comment, and let's take a look at this one and only news video since this did not go viral.
Grand Rapids 911, where's your emergency?
Can I get an ambulance or something? You need an ambulance at what location?
Hi, Eastern.
Is there an apartment number with 5 Eastern?
Yeah, I have Southeastern's apartment.
Is the ambulance for you or for someone else?
My daughter, she's unresponsible. So, like, she's gone. She's only one.
She's how old?
She's one. I woke up this morning and she was gone.
I'm sorry, you said that she's gone?
Yeah, she passed. I woke up this morning and she's gone. She passed.
You're saying that she's deceased?
Yes.
When did you notice this?
I noticed it at like, what time was it? It's been about like an hour. I noticed it at like 4 when my son went in there the first time to check on her in the morning. At like 10 this morning, and he said that it looked like she was sleeping. So I said, okay, you're going to let her sleep a little bit longer. My son was up. She's a twin. My son was up, so I had picked my son up and, you know what I'm saying, got him and let her sleep for a little bit, and then I went back in there and she wasn't moving.
Is she breathing?
No, not at all.
Okay, stay on the line for me just 1 second, okay? I'm going to connect this with medical dispatch.
Okay.
Medical dispatch. Medical, it's Grand Rapids. I'm pre-alerting for our caller who is at 5 Eastern Avenue Southeast.
Okay.
It's going to be apartment
Wait, sorry, did you say northeast or southeast?
Southeast.
And what apartment? Okay.
Caller believes her 1-year-old child may be deceased.
Caller, tell me exactly what happened.
I woke up this morning and went to go check, well, my son did, my 8-year-old son. He went in there to go check on her, and he said it looked like, you know, she was asleep because they sleep in their own room on the bed. So he said it looked like she was asleep. So I said, okay, we'll give her a few more, hours.
I need to know what's going on right now.
Right now, she's not breathing. She's not breathing.
Okay. And how old is she?
She's like 17 months.
And is she awake?
No, she is not breathing. I tried to do CPR and everything. It looked like she's been gone for a couple hours, but
Okay.
when I went to go look at her, she was.
Please tell me, why does it look like she's dead?
What do you mean? She's not breathing. Her body is cold and everything.
Do you think she is beyond any help?
Yes, I don't know what to do.
Med 2?
Med 2 acknowledged. I'm staying on for a bit.
Okay. All right, we do have somebody on the way to assist you, okay? I want you to leave everything as you have found it. All right, I do also need you to make sure that any pets are put away and that your door is unlocked for us.
Okay, my pet's this way.
Oh, okay. All right, the other city you're going to stay on?
Yeah, I just need a couple more pieces of information. Ma'am, can I get your name?
Medical's going to be off.
Okay.
This was David.
Can you spell your first name for me?
Can I spell my name?
That's okay. Is a good number for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to be able to let the responders in when they get there?
Yeah, my door is already unlocked.
Okay. Can I stay on the phone with you till I get there?
Oh.
I'm sure I can't even begin to imagine what you're going through. I just want to make sure that you can stay on the phone and stay as calm as possible with me until we get someone there to help you, okay?
Okay.
Who all is there with you right now?
It was just me and my son. My 8-year-old son.
Your 8-year-old son? Okay. All right, it looks like the fire department is just pulling up, so they're probably going to be the first ones to come inside. You let me know when someone's with you, okay?
Okay.
Is that them I hear in the background?
No, that's the TV.
Okay.
Just a minute.
Is it possible to turn that down?
Yeah, turn the TV off. I'm playing it.
Has anyone come inside yet?
Yeah, they hear
Okay, I hear him. I'll let you go.
The Grand Rapids mother, who's accused of murdering her 18-month-old by way of starvation, was scheduled to appear in court this morning.
News 8's Megan Bunchman was there. She joins us from the digital desk with the details today. Megan.
Stu, Emily, Brooklyn Ray Davis did not appear before the judge today. However, her attorney did confirm that they are in talks with prosecution to waive her preliminary examination. At this time, she is facing felony murder and first-degree child abuse charges in connection to the death of her 18-month-old Sky Swope and the hospitalization of Sky's twin brother. New today, we're hearing the 911 call Davis made after she realized Sky had died back on August 22nd of this year.
I need to know what's going on right now.
Right now, she's not breathing. She's not breathing.
And how old is she?
She's like 17 months.
And is she awake?
No, she is not breathing. I tried to do CPR and everything. It looked like she's been gone for a couple hours.
Coming up tonight on News 8 at 5 and 6, more on what Davis told police during her initial call for help and what a police incident report is saying and revealing about the mother's mental state. Sue.
We are learning new information tonight about the filthy conditions of a home where an 18-month-old girl died earlier this year.
The child's mother, who is accused of murdering the 18-month-old by way of starvation, was scheduled to be in court this morning. News 8's Megan Bunchman has more on what we know.
Brooklyn Ray Davis did not appear before the judge in court today, but her attorneys did confirm that they're in discussion with the prosecution to waive her preliminary exam. Now, this comes as News 8 has obtained new documents and the 911 call that Davis made herself the day of her daughter Sky Swope's death.
Do you think she is beyond any help?
Yes, I don't know what to do.
Heartbreaking audio tonight from the day 18-month-old Sky Swope was found dead.
Please tell me, why does it look like she's dead?
What do you mean? She's not breathing. Her body is cold and everything, right?
As her mother, Brooklyn Ray Davis, called 911 begging for an ambulance.
Is the ambulance for you or for someone else?
My daughter, she's unresponsible. She's gone. She's only one.
The charges read...
Davis is now facing felony murder and first-degree child abuse charges after responders confirmed Sky had passed away from starvation and her twin brother was in desperate need of medical attention. Grand Rapids Police Chief Eric Winstrom said this is one of the worst cases of child abuse he's ever seen. And new reports obtained by News 8 revealed Davis admitted she was struggling with her mental health. She told detectives that the state of her soiled and dirty apartment hadn't always been that way. She said, quote, she was doing well for about 1.5 years after moving in, but things started to change and she got sound.
I need to know what's going on right now.
Right now, she's not breathing. She's not breathing.
And how old is she?
She's like 17 months.
And is she awake?
No, she is not breathing. I tried to do CPR and everything. It looked like she's been gone for a couple hours.
Documents revealed Davis's 8-year-old son checked on the twins around 10 the morning of August 22nd. Sky appeared to still be sleeping, so they left her in the bedroom. Davis did not check on Sky again until 3:30 that afternoon, and when she picked her up, she was, quote, gone already. Davis first called her mother and then 911. That call to dispatch was at 5:19.
She's gone. I woke up this morning and she was gone.
I'm sorry, you said that she's gone?
Yes, she passed. I woke up this morning and she's gone. She passed.
You're saying that she's deceased?
Yes.
Davis is expected to be back in court next Tuesday. As for her 18-month-old son and her 8-year-old, at last check, they are both in the custody of Child Protective Services. In Grand Rapids, I'm Megan Bunchman, News 8.
Good evening. I'm Julia Gorman in for Juliet tonight. Right now at 6, one child is dead, another in critical condition. And tonight, Grand Rapids Police Chief is describing it as one of the most horrific cases of his career. And tonight, what we know, we will begin with that case. And officers found a 19-month-old dead and her twin brother barely clinging to life last week at a home on the city's southeast side. Investigators say they were severely malnourished and looked as though their diapers hadn't been changed in weeks. Tonight, their mother, Brooklyn Davis, is in jail facing multiple charges. 13 on your side's Micah Cho, live in the newsroom with what he's learned about the investigation. Micah.
Julia, 24-year-old Brooklyn Davis is being held without bond at the Kent County Jail for her alleged role in her daughter's death and the critical condition of the girl's twin brother. The video on your screen is a memorial that's been made to honor the twins. You can see flowers and stuffed animals placed for them. Last week, Thursday, Davis called Grand Rapids police to report that her daughter had died at their home on Grand Rapids' southeast side. When officers arrived, they found the 19-month-old baby girl dead, with her brother lethargic and in bad shape. The home they were living in, according to court documents, was unclean with lice and bed bugs, dirty bathwater, and had a strong, pungent smell. Speaking to Chief Winstrom this afternoon, he said this wasn't the case of a few days or even weeks of neglect.
This has been a very long time of starvation, of not only neglect, but I would call it active neglect when you're allowing child to live in a room that's the floor is covered with dog feces, that there's no food for a 19-month-old in the entire house to eat, but you're taking care of yourself. You know, you can take the time to take care of yourself, but you can't take time to even pick up the phone to ask for help. Even called CPS or called 911 earlier and say, I just can't handle my.
Or you could just stop having kids. Check this out. She has an older child. So she already knew how hard it was to take care of one kid, but what she do? Turn around and still kept fucking, got pregnant with twins. Just can't be that level of damn dumb.
Kid.
Davis is expected to be back in court on September 10th. Again, she's being held without bond in Kent County.
And Micah, it sounds like this case has been difficult for everyone involved.
Well, Julia, Chief Winstrom told me it was so bad they're having their counselor check in with the officers who responded to see how they're holding up.
All right, Micah, thank you very much.
And yes, I do believe that the police officers need counseling, and this continues to keep happening. Look, I got one more screenshot here. Let me get this up. Just chat about this just for a hot second. So this is one of the messages that I was sent, and it says, OMS, I don't even know what OMS stands for. What does OMS stand for? Let me see. OMS meaning. Nope, that's not slang. Can be slang for one person harasses every member of a large group. It can also mean many people spontaneously join. What? Can you just give me a regular? I don't even know what that means. OMS, I don't know what it means. I just don't understand how CPS never took them kids, because everybody in her building, even down to the property managers, was calling them on her to get them kids out of her custody. They saw something, said something, and nobody did anything. If you ask me, this was a choice. She's nasty, she's filthy, she's not a suitable human being or a good parent or a good person. And I think for causing the death of damn near 2 kids, one for sure, I think that deserves a life sentence. I don't think we can continue to keep letting people get away with this. They need to know how serious it is. If you're going to allow people to be parents, then you have to allow people to stand on the consequences of the choices that they make. And this was a choice. So to the chia plant, I hope that you get a life sentence. And to that little baby Sky, Princess, R.I.P. Pray for the other 2 kids that they survive and that they can grow up and become something great. It's the end of the story. Leave a comment in the comment section. If you got an excuse, take the excuses elsewhere. We're going to continue to advocate for these babies, okay? Thank you.